Hi, my name is Ken Tamplin, and welcome to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy. This is the Licks and Tricks Edition DVD series. This series was not designed to teach you how to grow the voice or about the technology of singing per se. What is Licks and Tricks? Licks and Tricks is about giving you mechanic fundamentals for soul, blues, R&B singing. So what I'm going to do is teach you the licks of the singing. I'm not going to teach you vowel placements and modifications like that. That I cover in the stages of Stage 1, Stage 2, and Stage 3 of Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy. So with that said, what is Licks and Tricks? Licks and Tricks is a total sum or a combined repertoire of licks that I've accumulated over the years and sort of how I got there. And is probably the only DVD of its kind in the world. I've never heard of anybody, sort of like the magic tricks revealed, like that TV show, somebody's revealing all their tricks. Probably because too, most teachers are not necessarily soul singers or have ever aspired towards that kind of singing. So what you find is they may have some, say operatic things that they can show you or whatever as far as the mechanics of singing, but not necessarily the licks, the down and dirty licks of different blues stuff. So what I mean by that is, like, oh, yeah, 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 right? I'm just going to break that down. Now, I'm not here to tell you that I'm going to teach you soul. Soul isn't something that's taught. Soul is earned. So soul is, a lot of the pain and a lot of the things that we've gone through in our lives that, just come from our soul, literally. But I will take you and break down the mechanics of how the licks themselves work, and then you can apply them and interpret them however that works for you, for your singing. So now, for me, the singers that have inspired me most, especially the early singers that have inspired me most, were people like Stevie Wonder, of course, Otis Redding, Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin. Those are some of my biggest inspirations as a singer. So I've taken those and incorporated those into my own vocabulary of singing, and I'm going to impart those to you and break them down so you too can benefit from that as well. So, all right, we're going to get started with one more thing. When I take you through these different stages and whatnot, like I said, I'm not here to teach you vowel placement, and so it could get a little tricky if you haven't done my stages. Pitch and control might become an issue for you. So this is sort of the icing on the cake. After we've built the foundation of Stage 1, 2, and 3, this is what comes after that. Now, if you're already a decent singer and you don't feel like you need the stages or whatever, you can benefit from it too, because for me, again, I remember going my whole life, it's seldom that I would run into a lick that I want to include in my singing vocabulary. And so let's say I hear a song on the radio and it's like, ooh, wow, that was nice. I'd like to include that in my my repertoire. Well, that's so few and far between that it's not very often that for someone like me, I hear something like that and I say, gosh, I'd like to really include that with my vernacular for singing. So I'm going to break these things down and then teach you how you can create your own and how it works and how you continue to add on to those different licks to create your own soul, blues, and R&B. Okay, if you're ready, let's get started and we'll go into lick number 1. Okay, lick number 1. We're just going to, again, systematically break these things down, and if you're an advanced singer, this may seem a little simple for you. Have no worries, I'll get to you later and I'll torture you with some much more difficult licks as we get going. But we're going to start with something called a trill. There's lots of names for this stuff and it makes no sense to burden you with a bunch of different technical jargon. This is a trill, it's a simple trill, and we're going to start it. It goes like this. So if I go, oh, okay, that's kind of, a combination of different notes to make a trill. Now the trill is what I did at the end. Oh, okay. There's two ways to do this trill. You could do it as a minor third, oh, or you can do it with the major third in it, oh. So depending on where I'm singing and what the song requires is how I'll choose whether or not I want to choose a major or a minor note. Now the next thing too is it's important not to learn these licks only with the same vowel sound. We're going to want to go A, E, I, O, U, and go through these licks with different vowel sounds as we go through them. So let's just start with the first one. Oh. speed it up. We're going to actually include it in different vowel sounds as we move along. So, E, E, Okay, lick number 2. Oh, is what we're gonna do. Okay, now we're gonna do a little faster, so we'll do it slow first. Oh, A, I. Okay, I'd like to just take a quick second out, not to so much show you a lick per se, but to demonstrate how this kind of works in practical application and how it's really free. It's like a solo, like a guitar solo. It's not like it's something that's really, you know, paint by numbers all the way through and this is how you do it. So just, I'm gonna, off the top of my head, just, oh, one of these mornings you're gonna leave me. And one of these evenings I'm gonna know. And I'll be saying love you, baby. And I'm gonna. Okay, here's another example of that, just kind of using some scales like da, 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 da. Let me do the notes. So da, 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 da. Again, we're doing a minor scale. So da, 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 da. Right, or you can do it in a major key. Major key. Slow. One more time. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Major. Down, 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 down. Well, thanks for joining me, and hopefully I got to put some soul into your world, and look for more from KTVA, because there's going to be more things. I'm going to be working on a perfect pitch DVD here soon as well. So if you're having some pitch issues, that also may be a DVD you may want to consider. So thanks again for your time, and God bless all of you. Have a great day.